Hello guys, this is the Retro Guy, and welcome to my channel if this is the first time. So today I'm going to show you something that I thought it to be very interesting. Hope you enjoy it. So bear with me here. I'm going to change the camera and then I'm going to show you the magic. This is what I wanted to show you. As you can see, this is PowerMac 5500. It's black, which is very unique, I think. It's very nice. It's I love those black Macs, like it's not very easy to come around those. And this one, I bought it out of eBay for 30 bucks. So it was very cheap. The previous owner removed the hard drive, which is not a problem because those guys, they run on IDE drives, which is, they are much easier to find and to purchase than SCSI drives. Well, there is that. And other than this Mac was fully functional. Let me just try to get the focus right here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So the problem with this was it didn't come with the matching keyboard and mouse. So of course you could use like the white or the beige keyboard and mouse. It's just that it's really a shame because this guy is so beautiful, and to use it with the regular keyboards, it's not gonna do it any justice. So I started to look for the black matching keyboard and mouse, and I found them to be very expensive. So if you could actually find them, it's going to be selling around like the ones that I found was around like 200 quid, only the keyboard, plus like 100 quid for the mouse. It's ridiculous, really. And I really think that those are not that rare anyways. It's just people like trying to make some easy bucks out of those equipment. But, well, I got really frustrated. I even thought about like painting one of my keyboards and mouse, but that's not gonna last and it's going to be a mess, and I just abandoned the idea right away. So I kept searching eBay for options, and then I realized and I remembered that the NeXT computers, that company that Steve Jobs basically created after he got fired from Apple, the first ones, they were ADB based, which means their keyboards and mice basically are compatible with the Macintosh. And interestingly enough, those are actually easier and cheaper to buy than the actual Macintosh black keyboard and mouse. And searching for them, I came around this. So look at that. This is a brand new, this is really brand new, like this is new old stock, NeXT ADB keyboard. It's beautiful. It's so much nicer than the Macintosh ones. And the funny thing is, everything here works. Everything. So the power button here that you see actually turns on the Macintosh, and every other button actually works fairly well. So of course it doesn't have the Apple logo, but other than that, like this is a fully functional ADB keyboard, and black and much nicer than the Macintosh one, in my opinion. Well, for the mice, basically I went with also a NeXT ADB mouse. So this also is not too hard to find. And well, just to give you some idea of prices, this one here cost me like $25, and this here cost me like I think around $20. The thing is, it comes from the US, so I had to basically pay the shipping was fairly steep. I think altogether, like for the keyboard, I paid around like maybe 45 quid. And for the mouse, around like maybe 35 to 40 quid. So even so, it's still cheaper than buying like a beige Macintosh keyboard, interestingly enough. Like if I am to buy like a keyboard like this out at eBay, this is going to cost me around like 45 quid. And the mouse is going to cost me around like maybe 25 to 20, 30 quid. It depends on the seller, but that's basically how much it goes for. And those apparently are cheaper. Well, in my case, it was, right? And the guy that is selling this actually has a lot of new old stock keyboards. The mouse is not new old stock, it's actually a used one, but in very, very good condition. But the keyboard, yes, it's brand new. It actually came on a sealed wrap, basically. So yeah, it's and the feeling is actually nicer than the Macintosh keyboard as well. Well, maybe because it's new, I don't know. But I still like it. That was amazingly cheap for the quality and for the fact that it's actually black, and because it's ADB and fully compatible with the Macintosh. I also was missing the cable. So the ADB cable that actually connects to the Mac was missing. I could use a white one. Yes, I had tons of those laying around, but again, it had to be black. So I had to purchase the cable as well. The cable I bought from the same guy that sold me the keyboard, and it was around like maybe $5. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about on this video here. So just to demonstrate, the power button here, it turns on the Mac just like it should, right? And well, that's basically it. Like, all the keys work. I tested everything. Everything actually works, which is amazing. The ones that I didn't test actually, that I could do it now, is the volume buttons here and the brightness buttons here, which I'm pretty sure it is going to work as well. I'm just going to test it now in front of everyone here. But yeah, that's great, isn't it? Like alternatives to avoid being ripped off, you know, at eBay. Not saying that those sellers are bad sellers or anything like that. Well, you know, like maybe they think that this is very rare, and that's why they are selling those black keyboards and mouse for those exorbitant prices. But well, you know, it's demand and offer, basically, right? So if you do have demand for that and there are people willing to pay that money, so why not sell it, right? So yeah, so the Mac finished booting up. So I'm using the NeXT mouse here. One thing about the NeXT mouse that is great is actually has two buttons. Of course, the right button in the Mac, at least in the previous OSs, it's not going to do anything. Like as you can see, I'm clicking the right button here, it doesn't do anything. But well, just so you know, like it does have the right button, and sometimes if you do have like the need for it, some versions of the operating system actually uses them for contextual menus and such. This will work as well. Okay, so let's try the volume option. So I'm clicking the volume button here. I don't see anything happening, so my feeling is that this actually doesn't work. As for the brightness, also nothing. So yeah, those buttons actually do nothing, those buttons here, right? So yeah, that's a shame. It would be nice actually if they work, but they don't. This Macs actually, they have the volume and the brightness control on the front panel here. So apparently there is no way to control them using the keyboard, at least not using the next one. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. So, but that's that. So clicking the power button here again, it will basically bring... Oh, actually it doesn't do anything. Yeah, so maybe for shutting down, you can power it on by clicking the power button, but it doesn't shut it down like it would in the regular Mac keyboard. I have no clue why. So, but well, other than that, I would say that it just works. Like some shortcuts actually work. Like there is this button here, the I button actually brings up the help menu. So I still need to explore this a little bit further. And yeah, so this is the Mac OS guide shortcut. Yeah, there is no shortcut for the Apple menu. Apparently there is no working shortcut for it. Maybe there is some software of sorts that allow you to remap the keyboard, maybe, to get those buttons actually to work. But overall, like, it was still a very good acquisition. Like, I'm very happy with it, and it really works really well. So yeah, I really love it, and it was cheap enough, so I have no complaints whatsoever. So let's shut it down from the menu here. There we go. And yeah, it's it. That's what I wanted to show you guys. It is a good cheap alternative to the far more expensive black kits of keyboards and mice that's around, unless you are very lucky to get a hold of you know, like you know, some seller that is willing to sell them with you know, some decent prices. It's not easy, but it's not impossible either, right? Okay, that's it. Retro Guy out.